Thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk Media Studios. It's wonderful having Lauren Mundell joining me today.
Thank you again for having me. I just love being on the show here.
Well, thank you so much. We love having you in the studio, and I want to hear more about you. What got you into real estate?
Well, that's a great question, and I could probably go for hours as to this long upbringing into the real estate career. But essentially what it boils down to is, as you know, or some people may know about me, I work with my mother. So I've been exposed to kind of the real estate market ever since she started working. So that would be in towards the middle school years of myself. And I started to get a bit more active in the high school years when I started handing out flyers. Now, of course, you know, as you're growing up, you have that thought of, oh, I'm not really sure if I want to join the family business. So you always have to kind of go off and do your own thing, which I did. I did go to college in San Jose State. But I was starting to notice myself gravitate a little bit more towards the housing market. Even on my off time, I would start watching a little bit of HGTV. And so when I was finally ready to come back home after I graduated, I said, you know what, I'm going to give myself a shot at this. But I also wanted to make sure that I was doing it the proper steps, because those that are in real estate or know about the real estate profession is that when you dive in, you have to dive in deep. And so what I wanted to do was to carefully dive in, not wasting my mother's time.
Right.
So when that choice was made, I was actually an assistant to 2 other agents just to get a feel of how they do their business. And through that experience, I not only learned that, but I also learned that that there's no one way of doing it. So you can be very creative, and you also fine-tune it into what you love within your personality and yourself and how you want to do business, and you go with it. And what's so nice is that I was able to bring that into my mother's business and really mold that together with her fine, crafted well of herself, right, essentially, and how she runs her business.
Right.
So hopefully making this long story a little bit shorter, essentially taking in not only what I've learned from my previous experiences as being an assistant, but then also having a lot of self-reflection and clicking that into her own business and really running with it. It's been really fun to take my own personal millennial view and taking her kind of wonderful door knocks and interpersonal relationships with people and really blending it together.
Good for you.
It's been a really, really wonderful and fantastic partnership with my mom. And I always say, you know, I think the greatest gift of working in the real estate with my mom is to be able to see my family almost every day.
Good for you. I just love that so much. It is so important to work with family.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us at Real Talk Media Studios.
Thank you again for having me.
Anytime.